What is up, FBG fam? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. And well, we officially accomplished what we set out to do. We C6'd the Raiden Shogun. Now, that wasn't the initial goal with the Raiden Shogun. If you remember in the past, I was talking about probably going for C2, maybe C3, and being done with it. But I had tremendous luck on the banner, I have to say. And so C6 was in sights, it was within the grasp. And I figured let's just go for it. So on stream earlier today, we got the final Raiden Shogun. And for those of you that were in the stream today, I appreciate each and every one of you. You're a bunch of demi archons, so thank you guys for the support. But it was pretty iconic how we went ahead and finished off that banner. About that. Nah, no cap. I'm being serious, Tan. I'm being serious. No cap at all. Let's go! We are done. Let's go! Who called it? Who called it? Yo, iconic, bro. Now, I know this isn't the C6'ed Kujou Sara, but the fact that they were on the same pull, who called it? Yeah, so in the process of getting a C6'ed Raiden Shogun, we also obtained a C6'ed Kujou Sara, which if you were at the stream earlier today, I had no intentions on C6'ing Kujou Sara because we only had Kujou Sara C2 up until that point. So it wasn't even on the radar for me to C6 Kujou Sara. I figured I'll get me one more Raiden Shogun since we were already at C5 and then call it a day and probably just obtain Kujou Sara down the line, even though I really wanted that C6. But we got extremely lucky with our pulls. We got the C6 Raiden Shogun and we were able to get the C6 on Kujou Sara as well. So it was pretty iconic, pretty memorable, and it was a great way to finally leave off this banner. We can go ahead and move on from the Reign of Serenity, the character event wish up for the Raiden Shogun. We can move forward and focus on future characters like Kokomi now and others that'll be coming down the pipeline. But needless to say, it was a journey. Anyways, guys, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this team right here, kind of testing out the C6 on the Raiden Shogun and the C6 on the Kujou Sara. And I do have some clips that I'll probably throw in here in just a second as well, because I was testing earlier while I was farming up the materials for Kujou Sara to get her online, which I finally did. So let's take a look at the build. Everything remains the same. The only thing that we changed is the C6. Now, I had a lot of people in the stream asking me, why are you going for the C6? It's not really even worth it. And you are correct. The C6 on the Raiden Shogun is definitely not something that you want to go for. But what I had an answer for that is that the Raiden Shogun is my main character. The Raiden Shogun is my most favorite character. So I initially didn't plan on C6ing, but it just happened and we got lucky and I figured let's go for it now, right? It was in sights. I was like, let's secure the bag, let's get it done. So that's what we did. We just C6'd it, but just in case you're unaware of what the C6 does, basically while you're in your elemental burst and you have your Muso no Hitotachi out and you're doing attacks and they're generating elemental burst damage, and then it's decreasing your party members' elemental burst cooldown by 1 second. So basically that allows you to get your party members' elemental burst a little bit faster, because you're going to be supplying batteries to energy recharge their elemental burst back. So then this allows for the cooldown to be reduced, so that way you have the elemental burst available, you can then use it. A lot of times without the C6, you may have the elemental burst ready to go in terms of energy, but the cooldown is still there, so you can't exactly use it just yet. You have to wait for the cooldown. Well, the C6 will allow the cooldown to be reduced, so that way you have the energy and the cooldown's no longer there, so then you can use it, basically in a nutshell. So that is the C6, but definitely not one that you have to chase, definitely not one that you have to have. And this is just as a thing for a character that I really wanted to have personally. But like I mentioned, when I was entering it, I was only going for like C2 or C3, got lucky, went all the way with it. Kujou Sara, on the other hand, was something that I was not expecting. As I mentioned, I got her to C2, and going into the polls today, I was like, you know, it wasn't even on the radar to get her to C6, but we got extremely lucky. We started getting some cons on her, and then we finally got the C6. And unlike the Raiden Shogun, the C6 on Kujou Sara is spicy, especially for the Raiden Shogun specifically, because the electro damage of characters who have had their attack increase by the Tengu Jirai, which is her elemental skill, has its crit damage increased by 60%. insane. That leads to some nutty numbers that you can do with your Raiden Shogun. It's actually pretty insane. So I love the C6 on Kujou Sara. I'm really happy I was able to get this. And then talent wise, we're still working here, but as you can see, I made some pretty good progress on the talents. We're 9, 9, and 3. I now have to wait for the boss materials. I'm using my Kujou Sara as a very supporty type of character for my Raiden Shogun. So I do have the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate set. I may try the Noblesse set. Let me know what you guys think, but I just figured I would go with this because I do want her elemental burst to hit extremely hard because it's a really strong elemental burst naturally. So I figured I'll go with the 4-piece emblem set because I want her elemental burst to hit. And does it hit, man? It hits like an absolute truck. So I like it. It's good so far. I have the stringless once again for the elemental burst damage. I figured 48%. I have it R5. I have it level 90. I just slapped it on her. I know a lot of people are saying the sacrificial bow, which I'll try. I just don't have it leveled up and ready to go. This one I did, so I figured let's go ahead and place it on her. Plus the elemental skill. You know, it's just good for that. Those two things in particular. I don't like the elemental mastery substat though. I wish that was attack. Anyways, I have her at level 80 as well, and here are the stats in terms of that. And then here are her splits. As you can see, I have some work to do. This crit damage crit rate is looking a little sus, but why not switch to the crit damage one, right? Let's see what we're looking at now. Alright, so the attack dipped down a little bit, and it's still looking sus. So we got we got some work to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that instead. Why not? Anyways, guys, that's the team. These are the two characters. Super happy I was able to C6 them both on the same day, almost on the same pull. It was pretty iconic. And let's go ahead and do some testing out now. Now, when we're doing this testing, we're not obviously able to really take advantage of the C6 per se, because what we're trying to do is get the C6 popping off with big numbers. You know, everybody wants to see the big PP numbers, right? So I think what I'm going to try and do now is as soon as as soon as I have the elemental burst ready for the Raiden Shogun, I think I'm just going to go ahead and pop it off, even if I don't have the resolve stacks ready, just to see, you know, the cooldown on the elemental burst for my other characters. So I'm going to pop Kazuha's elemental burst. I'm going to pop Zhongli's elemental burst. And then do the Raiden Shoguns. Maybe even get Kujou Sara's going as well. And then see if we can get those elemental bursts back relatively quick also. So I want to test that out on this guy here. Call him Big Chungalitis. Let's go ahead and drop down. Alright, let me go ahead and do this. I didn't want to do that so soon. Oh man, I'm in the habit of just dropping elemental bursts, elemental skills. I didn't want to do it so quickly because I don't have the Raiden Shoguns ready to go. So, well, I do now, kind of. Alright, so that was a mistake and a half. Anyways, we'll clean it up. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, take it easy, big guy. I see you swinging around. I know you're tired of me coming over here messing with you. Just one more time, I promise. Maybe a couple of more times. Alright, let's do this. Okay. And we got Kujou Sara's ready. We got Zhongli's. And let's do this again. Alright, we're almost ready. I want to get Zhongli's and Kujou Sara's back. So let's just wait for that to happen. Hopefully big guy doesn't die. Alright, so we should get Zhongli's here, I think. Alright, let's do that. There we go. Kujou Sara should be online here. Maybe do one of those. Okay. Alright, so she's online. Alright, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna start popping things off now. Hopefully he doesn't die. Big guy, stay alive for me, please. I shouldn't have done that. Let me just do this. Alright. He might die. He might die. He might die. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do this. He's gonna die. Okay. Big guy, no! Alright, well, it is what it is. Just know, oh, look, see, we got Zhongli's back. Kazuha, well, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, guys, that is the video. I'm so bad with the testing. That is the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like what you saw. And thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you guys for everything that you've done for me here on the channel. It's been an absolute journey. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun. And listen, we're going to keep continuing to use the Raiden Shogun with future characters. Kokomi is one that I'm super excited for. I was talking about it on stream earlier today, and I actually think they're going to be really good together in terms of their kit. I made a video in the past saying that I don't think they will be, but I may be wrong. I think I might retract those statements. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.